everyone. I am so happy that you could join me again. Today, I want to share my tips and recipes for a July dinner party. I am making a garden fresh blender soup for the first course, lemon chicken with herbes de Provence, and a side of roasted cauliflower for the second course, and dreamy panna cotta for the grand finale. Since all of these recipes can be prepared well ahead of time, you can relax and enjoy a cocktail when your guests arrive. Let me fetch a couple of ingredients from the herb garden, and then we can get cracking on the first course soup. In the herb garden, I am harvesting one stem of celery and a handful of fragrant basil leaves. This first course soup is a breeze to make. I'm going to make it right in my Vitamix blender. And the first thing we need is 2 cups or 500 mils of water. Then I'm going to add 3 medium-sized tomatoes. I just cut out the core. Just drop the tomatoes right into the blender. You don't even have to cut them. Next is 1 rib of celery. This is the one I just cut from the garden. Just roughly chopping it, and I'm going to include the leaves. Celery leaves are loaded with flavor. Half of a green bell pepper, half of a red bell pepper, or you could use a whole red bell pepper if it's a small pepper. Since I happen to have it, I'm adding a tiny wedge of cabbage. 1 garlic clove, or the equivalent in garlic paste, which I am using. It's about 1 teaspoon. To give the soup a little creaminess, I'm going to add a handful of organic cashews. I bought these from Tierra Farm. It's a store that's right up the street from me. A generous handful. A small handful of basil leaves. This is the basil that we plucked right from the garden. A nice pinch of salt. And grinds of black pepper. Time to blend. I'm going to pulse the machine a few times to try to draw the ingredients down to the bottom of the blender. Now, this blender will actually cook the soup. I just have to let it run at high speed for about 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So we're going to do that right now. I had forgotten that there is actually a soup setting on this Vitamix. So it starts the machine and turns it off when the soup is nice and hot. Wow. Can you see the steam? Let's have a taste. Now the soup turned this sort of beautiful turmeric color, even though there's no turmeric in it. This is yummy. Tastes like a blender full of good health. Even though I cooked this soup, I'm planning to serve it cold. So I'm going to let this come to room temperature, then I will transfer it to a pitcher, pop it into the refrigerator, and then my soup will be ready for my dinner party. And I should mention that you can make this soup 2, 3, or even 4 days ahead of time. On to the panna cotta. Panna cotta is one of those deliriously creamy desserts that you find at five-star restaurants, but it is ridiculously easy to make. So what you need is 1 quart of heavy cream and a ½ cup of sugar. I suppose you could use a sugar substitute here. Then we're going to bring this over to the stove top. Now I'm going to bring this mixture to a simmer while stirring occasionally. You just want to heat the cream long enough for the sugar to dissolve. All right, we have come to a simmer. So now I'm going to let this cool. Off heat, I'm going to stir in 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. To thicken this Italian miracle, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons or 90 mils of cold water to a bowl. And then I need 2 packets of unflavored gelatin. I'm going to allow the gelatin to soften on top of the water for about 5 minutes. And 5 minutes later, tip the warm cream mixture over the gelatin. Stir slowly and continuously until the gelatin dissolves into the cream. That will take about 1 minute. Pour the panna cotta into these little custard cups. These are 6-ounce cups. And then tomorrow I will unmold them into dessert goblets. I'm only having 4 people to dinner tomorrow, so I'm going to have some extra panna cotta. That's always a good thing. I will link this recipe in the description below. I have enough panna cotta for 1 more custard cup, and I did grease these cups. I greased them with vegetable spray. I'm going to put the panna cotta in the refrigerator to let it set up. That will take about 4 hours. But you can make this dessert, just like the soup, 2 to 3 days ahead of time. The first course is done, the dessert course is done. Tomorrow, which is the day of my dinner party, I will assemble the main course. Also tomorrow, you and I will pick up some inexpensive flowers and then turn them into a centerpiece for the table. See you then. Good morning, it's the next day. I'm getting ready to go to the local supermarket to buy some inexpensive flowers for a centerpiece. I'm also going to stop at the berry farm to buy some chicken thighs for the main course. So take a drive with me. Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. We are home again. My flowers are over here. We will arrange the flowers a little later today. I want to prepare the main course, chicken with lemon and herbes de Provence. What I have here are 8 small chicken thighs. These are the thighs that we bought at the berry farm earlier. So it's going to be 2 thighs per person. And of course you want to dry the chicken very well. Let me wash my hands before I slice up a lemon. What I am going to do is tuck a round of lemon under the skin of each chicken thigh. The lemon will infuse the chicken with wonderful citrus flavor. Now these lemons are seedless, but if your lemons have seeds, you'll want to remove the seeds, just for easy eating. Then transfer the chicken to a baking sheet. Washing my hands again. Drizzle the chicken with olive oil and dust with salt and pepper. Finally, give them a dusting of herbes de Provence. Herbes de Provence is a fragrant mixture of rosemary, garlic, lavender, thyme, parsley, tarragon, and basil. It is available in most supermarkets. I'm going to pop this into the refrigerator, and then I want to show you the side dish to accompany the chicken. Look at what I found at the berry farm. Cauliflower in a beautiful shade of purple. I've never seen this before, so of course I had to buy it. I think it will go very well with the lemon chicken. So I'm just going to cut this into florets. This is the prettiest cauliflower I have ever seen. Let me know if you've seen this in your local supermarket. If I can find seeds for this, I might grow it in my garden next year. All the cauliflower needs is olive oil, a good pinch of salt, and pepper. And then toss onto a baking sheet. Spread it out. And our side dish is ready. I'm going to pop this into the refrigerator. So my first course, main course, side dish, and dessert are already made and just waiting in the refrigerator. Let's go ahead and arrange some flowers. I'm going to make the arrangement in my blue, gold, and white soup tureen. Don't need this. Floral foam that I soaked. The greenery here is Taxus hicksii from my garden. If I can make a flower arrangement, believe me, you can make a flower arrangement. You just need a can-do attitude. I'm going to call this arrangement done. Now, had I bought a similar arrangement from a professional flower shop, I would have paid anywhere from $150 to $300. I paid about $38 for all of these flowers. going to clean up my mess, and then we can set the dinner table. I decide to remove the flowers because I want to lay down a blue table runner. The table runner has seen better days, but I am using it anyway. Here's the game plan. Shortly before your guests arrive, preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius. Then go enjoy a cocktail with your guests. When you are ready to eat, put the chicken and the cauliflower in the oven and set the timer for 25 minutes. While the chicken is cooking, serve the soup course. Give the chilled soup a good stir. I like to plate the soup in the kitchen. I am garnishing the soup with thin slices of scallion. Bring the soup to table. To accompany the soup, I am serving slices of a baguette. By the time you finish the first course, the second course and its side dish should be ready. Mine is ready right now. I'm going to put the chicken and the cauliflower on their own platters. This way guests can serve themselves. Before I bring this to table, I want to try one of these purple cauliflower florets. I've made the lemon chicken a million times in the past. I already know it's delicious. It tastes like regular cauliflower, but maybe a little milder. In any event, it's delicious, and it's so beautiful. Here is the panna cotta that we made yesterday and put in the refrigerator overnight. It has set up perfectly. I am unmolding the panna cotta into dessert goblets. Now, if you don't want to serve the panna cotta in dessert goblets, you can always unmold them onto a dessert plate. Now for garnish, I'm going to add some slices of strawberry. Here's the mint that I bought at the berry farm this morning. I'm going to add just a little leaf. Now you know I have to taste of this panna cotta for you. This dessert is better than anything except being in love. I hope you will give this midsummer dinner party a try. As you've just seen, all of the dishes are super simple to do, and you can make them well ahead of time. Thank you so much for being my dinner guests. I really appreciate your company. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.